Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pro Fluent, the podcast where we learn real English through real conversations, real examples, and topics that come up in everyday life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jamie. So glad you are here with us today. Whether you are commuting, on a walk, or just taking a quiet moment somewhere, thank you for spending it with us.
And one small thing before we begin. If English Pro Fluent is helping your English feel more natural, please subscribe. It genuinely helps us and ensures you never miss an episode.
Now, Emma, I want to start today with a quick confession.
Another one?
Another one. When I first started learning English seriously, there were 3 tiny words that made me feel like I would never sound natural. 3 words I heard constantly, used constantly, and still got wrong constantly.
Let me guess.
In, on, and at.
Yes, those 3.
And the reason they were so frustrating was not that I did not know them. I knew them. I had seen them thousands of times. The problem was I was always guessing which one to use, and half the time I guessed wrong.
Why on the bus but in the car? Why at the weekend but in the morning? Why on Monday but in June?
No pattern, no logic, just endless lists to memorize, and the lists kept growing.
Until someone showed me 3 pictures.
3 pictures, and after that, I stopped guessing, because instead of trying to remember a rule, I just needed to see the right image.
Today, that is what we're going to give you. 3 simple images that explain in, on, and at across time and place. And by the end of this episode, you won't be guessing anymore, you will be seeing.
This works for A2 learners all the way to B2. Let us start.
At, the dot. At is a precise point. Build the image clearly before giving examples. Use the clock face visual. It's a very strong. Specific time, specific place. The logic is the same. At, the dot, a precise point.
Let's start with at, and the image for at is a dot, a single precise point.
Think about a clock face. You look at a clock and you see a precise moment in time, 7 o'clock, 10:30, midnight. That moment is a dot, a single point on the line of the day, and we use at for it. At 7 o'clock, at 10:30, at midnight, at noon.
The time is a specific, precise point, and at is the word for a precise point.
Now take that same image and move it to place. A bus stop. What is a bus stop?
A specific point on the street. You would put a dot on a map to mark it.
Exactly. So I'm waiting at the bus stop. I'll meet you at the main entrance. She's standing at the corner.
All precise locations, all dots on a map.
At the door, at the top of the stairs, at the traffic lights.
And think about how we describe where we are in general, our location, our destination. I am at work, I am at school, I am at university. These are points of activity, where you are and what you are doing there.
At home is your location, the dot on the map where you are right now.
And specific addresses. I live at 14 Baker Street, because that house is a precise point on the road.
At the dot. Quick examples. Time. At 8 a.m., at midnight, at noon, at 3:30, precise moments. Events, at Christmas, at Easter, at the weekend, British English, specific points in the calendar. Locations, at the bus stop, at the door, at the corner, at the top, precise points in space. Activity, at work, at school, at university, at home, where you are and what you do there. Addresses, at 22 Elm Street, a precise point on a road. At is a dot, a specific, precise point in time or space. On, the surface or line. Contact with something.
The image for on is a surface, something flat that you can place things on or stand on or move along.
On the table, on the floor, on the wall, on the ceiling.
Wait, the wall is vertical. Is it still a surface?
Absolutely. Any flat area that something rests against or is placed on. A picture on the wall. A fly on the ceiling. On just means contact with a surface.
And on works for lines, too. Anything you travel along or that extends in one direction.
On a street. On a road. On the way to work. You are on a line going somewhere.
If you live on Baker Street, the street is a long line and your house is somewhere along it.
On Baker Street. The street is a line. Compare that to at 14 Baker Street, which is the precise point on that line.
Now, here's the most useful and memorable part of on: transport.
And there is a simple question that answers it every time. Can you stand up and walk around inside it?
On a bus, yes, you can stand in the aisle, walk to the back.
On a train. Yes, you can walk to the dining carriage.
On a plane, yes, you can walk to the bathroom.
On a ship. Absolutely. On a bicycle. You sit on the surface of it.
But in a car, no, you cannot stand up. You are sitting inside a small enclosed space.
In a taxi. In a van. In a small boat. If you cannot stand up and move around, it is in.
The rule is simple. If you can walk on it, on. If you are sitting inside a small enclosed space, in.
On the surface, quick examples. Surfaces. On the table, on the floor, on the wall, on the ceiling. Flat contact. Screens. On the internet, on social media, on TV, on your phone. Screens are surfaces. Streets. On Oxford Street, on the main road, on the way. Roads and streets are lines.
Days. On Monday, on Tuesday, on my birthday, on New Year's Day. Days are points on the calendar line.
Transport. On the bus, on the train, on the plane, on a ship. You can walk around inside. Schedule.
On time, the meeting is on Thursday. Days and schedule points.
On equals a surface or a line, something flat you rest on, or a path you travel along.
Section 4. In, the container. In equals a container or enclosed space. The box image is very strong. Make sure to contrast months and years, big containers of time, with days, on, calendar line points. The garden park boundary point is important.
In, the container. Inside a boundary.
And the third image, in. The image for in is a box or any space with boundaries around it.
A room has walls. In the room. In the kitchen. In the office.
What about a garden? There's no roof.
But there are fences, boundaries, edges. It is still a container, just an open one. In the garden. In the park. In the city. All of these are spaces with boundaries.
In the country, you're inside a large contained space. In the world, the biggest container of all.
And for transport, any vehicle where you sit in an enclosed space and cannot walk around.
In a car, in a taxi, in a helicopter, in a small boat.
Now time, and this is where in does something very interesting. In uses large containers of time.
A month is a container of days. In June, in December, in March.
A year is a container of months. In 2024, in the 1990s.
A season is a container of weeks. In summer, in winter, in spring.
A century is a huge container. In the 21st century.
Parts of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. These are sections of the day, large chunks of time with a beginning and end.
But notice, not at night, not in night. At night because night in general is treated as a point, a state, the exception worth knowing.
And the difference between at home and in the house is a perfect illustration of the whole system.
At home, I am at my location, my dot on the map, my general base.
In the house, I am specifically inside the building, inside the container.
Both can be true at the same time. You are at home, in the house, in the kitchen, sitting at the table.
Every level of the picture visible at once.
In the container, quick examples. Rooms and buildings. In the kitchen, in the office, in the museum. Enclosed spaces. Outdoor spaces. In the park, in the garden, in the city, in the country. Spaces with boundaries. Small transport. In a car, in a taxi, in a helicopter. You cannot walk around. Long time periods. In June, in 2024, in summer, in the 21st century. Parts of the day. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Sections of the day. States. In a hurry, in love, in trouble, in a meeting, surrounded by a situation. In equals a container, any space, physical or time, that surrounds you with boundaries.
Before we go any further, let us put all three images side by side, because this is the moment everything connects. At is the dot, a precise point, a specific moment, a single location on a map. On is the surface or line, a flat area of contact, a road or path you travel along, something you can rest on.
In is the container, a space with boundaries that surrounds you, a box, a room, a month, a city.
And the key is, before you choose a word, just flash the image. Dot, surface, or container. The word follows immediately.
No list, no rule, just a picture.
Section 6. Tricky pairs, when both seem possible. These are the genuinely confusing cases. The at the beach, on the beach distinction is a brilliant real example of the system at work.
Now let us look at the situations that trip people up most, where both words seem possible, and the difference is really about what you want to emphasize.
The first tricky pair, at the hospital versus in the hospital.
At the hospital. I am at the hospital right now. Can you come? Your general location, the dot on the map. In the hospital. She has been in the hospital for 3 days. Inside the building as a patient or visitor, the container.
Same building, completely different picture. At is your location. In means you're inside it, surrounded by it.
Same logic applies to school and work. At school, at work, I am at school until 4. He is at work today. General location, where you are. In school, she learned that in school, the experience of being a student inside the institution.
Now one that surprises people every time. The beach. At the beach, we spent the afternoon at the beach. The beach as your location, the dot on the holiday map. On the beach, we lay on the beach all afternoon. The sand is a surface, you're lying on it.
Both are correct. The question is what you want to describe, your location, at, the surface you are on.
And the same logic applies to an important time pair. On time, the train arrived on time, at the scheduled point, the dot on the timetable. In time, we arrived in time to see the beginning, early enough, within the container of available time.
On time means exactly at the right moment. In time means before it was too late.
And two phrases that learners mix up constantly. On the way, I'm on the way, I'll be there in 10 minutes. You're moving along a line toward your destination. In the way, could you move, your bag is in the way. Blocking something, an obstacle inside a space.
On the way, you are moving along a path. In the way, something is blocking the container.
And at the end versus in the end, both very common, very different. At the end, turn left at the end of the street, or she cried at the end of the film. A precise point, the final moment or location.
In the end, we decided not to go. After everything, the conclusion of a whole situation. The picture tells you the word. Dot equals at. Surface equals on. Container equals in. Let's do a fast drill. I will give a phrase, Jamie answers, and listeners try to answer in your head before Jamie does.
Ready.
Christmas Day,
On, a day, a point on the calendar line.
8 p.m.
At, a precise point in time, the dot.
The morning,
In, a large section of the day, the container.
the bus stop,
At, a precise point on the street, the dot.
Oxford Street,
On, a road is a line.
a taxi,
In, you sit in an enclosed space, the container.
a train,
On, you can walk down the carriage, the surface.
July,
In, a month is a container of days.
my birthday,
On, a specific day on the calendar.
the kitchen,
In, a room with walls, the container.
the table,
On, a flat surface, contact.
work, general location,
At, your location dot, at work.
the internet,
On, a screen is a surface.
a photo,
In, a frame, a small container for a memory.
Midnight.
At, a single precise moment, the dot.
The 1990s.
In, a decade is a large container of time.
The wall.
On, a vertical surface, still contact.
Home.
At, your location dot, at home.
The house.
In, specifically inside the building.
Summer.
In, a season is a large container of time.
How many did you get right before Jamie answered?
And if you got them all, your pictures are working perfectly.
Now, let us hear all 3 prepositions in a completely natural conversation. Listen for in, on, and at, and notice how naturally they appear when the pictures are clear.
2 friends planning to meet up this week.
Jamie, are you free on Friday evening?
I think so. I have a meeting at 3 in the afternoon, but I should be done by 5. What are you thinking?
There is a concert in the park. I think it starts at 7.
Oh, I love that park. Where exactly in the park?
On the main stage, the one on the left when you come in through the gate.
I know exactly where that is. Where shall we meet?
Let us meet at the main entrance at 6:15. That gives us time to find a good spot.
Perfect. How are you getting there?
I will be on the tube. You?
I will drive. I will park on one of the side streets near the park.
Good idea. Oh, and afterwards, do you want to get dinner? There's a great Italian place at the end of the high street, just at the corner by the old bookshop.
Yes, I have been to that restaurant. The pasta in that place is incredible.
Agreed. Let's do that. So, Friday at 6:15 at the main entrance.
See you then. I will message you when I'm on the way.
Perfect. See you Friday.
Let us pick out the key moments. On Friday, a day, the calendar line.
At 3 in the afternoon, precise times, dots. In the park, a space with boundaries, the container.
On the main stage, a surface, a platform. At the main entrance, a precise point, the dot.
On the tube, I can stand and move around, so on.
In one of the side streets. Wait, why in?
Because we're talking about parking inside the street, surrounded by buildings on both sides, inside the space of the road. Subtle but correct.
At the end of the high street, a precise point, the dot.
At the corner, same.
In that restaurant, inside the building, the container.
On the way, traveling along a line.
Every single one of those was automatic because the pictures were there.
Let us bring today together with the 3 pictures one final time.
At, the dot, a precise point in time or space. At 8 o'clock, at the bus stop, at home, at work.
On, the surface or line, something flat you rest on or a path you travel along. On the table, on Monday, on the bus, on the internet.
In, the container, a space with boundaries that surrounds you. In the kitchen, in June, in the car, in a hurry.
And the question that gets you to the right word every time. What shape is this? A dot, a surface, or a container?
You do not need to remember rules. You just need to see the picture, and the word comes on its own.
If today's episode finally made in, on, and at click for you, please subscribe to English Pro Fluent and share it with someone who is still guessing. We would love to help them too.
We will be back very soon with another episode.
Until then, Jamie, where are you right now?
I am sitting at my desk in my office on the 3rd floor.
And where is your coffee?
On the desk, in a cup, going cold at an alarming rate.
Go drink it.
I will, in a moment.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Jamie.
You have been listening to English Pro Fluent. Keep growing, keep speaking, and we will see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.